Alright, that did take ages. We're playing we're from China. Old account, but the rating has come. They haven't played in a while. So English, knight f6. Let's go and turn it into something else. No, non-English. I don't know why we would do that, but it is always possible. Alright, so we get invited to Grunfeld. Should we go into a mainline nonsense here? I think I'm gonna reject that reality and let my line go here. Is there a bishop g5 here? Let's try though. Not sure I remember anymore. Am I supposed to do it with them? Knight f3 first or not? So it's my bishop. This is takeable. How bad would that be? I have some certain big vulnerabilities on this diagonal if I take here. And especially if I close things down with e3. Yeah, I think my line actually goes with this move here, so I did kind of mix my lines. I think I'm supposed to go knight f3, bishop g7, bishop g5. And then if he goes here, I can take here and take there and take there, and then I think he is d3 and well, something. Well, we have to do something about this. So either I take or retreat. Of course, why did I say the opposite direction? This is of course a little weird, but let's do it. I mean, bishop f4 is perfectly fine, but I feel like I'm giving him a tempo up in some lines. I just didn't want to deal with this diagonal all the time. Suppose it was fine. Maybe we could have done, no. It's hard to get this side developed with without e3. To be really careful with some kind of stuff like here. Not while this is pinned, but just c5 first, threaten some check. I know I have queen d2 there, but then if he does... I'm not sure. Maybe I could have lived with that, but... the double pawn would have been worth that. Worth the trouble. I mean, now we might be threatening to take the pawn. I mean, c5 might make things really spicy. Bishop g7 is probably a move. It's a pawn sack though. Not sure what kind of a pawn sack it is, because I have this here. This might be like a counter pawn sack if they take. All right, so this was the one line where, I mean, I did waste the tempo here. They did do 1, 2, 3 moves with a knight. Trade the knight that moved once. Don't think I can benefit from this nonsense yet. Queen here. I mean, e3 is calling me. Open this up. Knight f3, fine. I don't think I need to be careful with the diagonal now. This is not open yet. And even if it was, well, now it is really open. Well, that is probably really dodgy pawn to take, so let's not touch that guy. I don't think this leads to anywhere. Lots of arrows. I mean, knight f3 looks normal. Takes we don't probably have to care too much about. I think the only thing I have to care about is the queen coming here, hitting this. And if I defend, then there is stuff like this, this, and this guy's pinned. Could go out here. Does that help in a way? Like then still comes here. If I take here, maybe they take here still. I mean, this would defend the pawn again. So this is not even a threat then. They could come pin me. I could take, go here. I'll just think I'll ignore my problems and develop. Like, how bad can that be? I think this makes it a bit sturdier. Alright, so we could at some point chop here. Bring the queen here. c4. It weakens this diagonal a lot. Not sure I get enough benefits from that. Like maybe c4, queen goes somewhere. d5. Maybe queen went all the way back, and after d5 there's a check here. Could still go here. My idea is somehow like I know I'm kind of hanging the exchange, but I can take back and then the knight and the rook would be hanging. But they don't have to take here though. Is this good enough? Where would the knight go? Like a5? It's defended. If I give a check, bishop can just block. That's nothing. That is also defended, so I don't have to worry about this. I'm not really thinking too deeply about this, but I should like look at the possibility at least. Well, let's say knight moves. Maybe I have to defend my rook somewhere. Maybe here to defend the check here. Also, there is a check in between after this anyways. They don't have to do this check, they can do this check. Let's reject this reality and play some other move. Rook c1 looks like a Grunfeldian move. Of course, rook b1 has some ideas against the b7 and an open file, but this would defend this square already against some checks here and threats here. I'll do the Grunfeldian thingy. Not sure what I'm gonna do about this guy though, because he did reintroduce some threats here. But I think he has to solve this first. So queen here, there. He doesn't have takes yet. Alright, so that solves some problems. We could still do this, and now there is no check here. Takes c4. Where does the queen go? d5. Knight to the corner here. I don't know. Bishop e2. e6. We even have e4. Is that worth all that investment in time to have this pawn structure in the center? Wondering how vulnerable it is. There is this, we can reply here. Maybe they go here at some point, then threaten this. Can always go bishop here. Well, I could just move here and be normal, but I'm not gonna be normal. I'm gonna ask for some trouble. Queen could go anywhere from here. It could literally go anywhere. But I'm gonna sidestep there. Entire pressure on d5. And say something about I don't know what I'm saying. I like trying things that are maybe a little dubious sometimes. Well, I guess we could also consider taking the gambit. I don't like it. The check takes back. We're gonna go here about... There is a knight here too, but then a3. Check. I was gonna go here. I guess there's knight b4 that way. And I have no a3. Alright. Probably should have considered forcing moves. Probably should have. Well, I'm gonna go here anyways. I have no rook c2 to defend this. So it's probably gonna be a pawn sack now. Well, hoop-de-doo-doo. Hoop-de-doo-doo. Here, with idea of taking here. Well, yeps. That happened. I have no rook moves. Can we claim some compensation somewhere? That does not look good for me. This is coming. This is definitely coming there. Could play here. I don't know, takes anyways. Something, queen here. Trying to avoid the trades. Well, let's do that. Not sure why, but let's do it. Alrighty-o. Alrighty-o, I guess. take to get the knight here. But then it goes back and then it's a fork here anyways. I was thinking here, here, here. Goes back. Oh boys, oh boys, oh boys. So, I mean, I think we did this to avoid stuff. So I could go here. They'll take. If I take here, they're gonna take here with check first. So I can't get there with check. If I go here, they'll. Oh, sorry. They could also have f6 there. Eventually the queen will move and there's a fork here. Which a bit suck. Wonder how bad is it that takes, well, takes. Knight here, b6, seems fine. Defends this. Queen here. Okay, I'll just go here. Let's see what happens. Anything could happen. I have no time, no money. My opponent has really killed me here. Could I take with the queen? Like really leave this side completely and allow some more knight c2s. Go king t1. Knight goes back. Hanging there. Bishop e2. Oh boys, oh boys, oh boys. Let's not do that. Alright, so my opponent is just 1 point. He instantly highlights this problem square here. It's a bit disturbing. I don't know. Do I have any other moves? Who knows? Let's just go there and hope for the best, but I think I'm just a piece down or a pawn down. Is it gonna be takes, check? Probably. Can't really block without allowing this, and then I don't have back. So instead of castling, we are running around. I guess we're just gonna have to attack then. Use the H rook somehow. Now he allows me to castle. Which I think I'm gonna... Well, this looks a little tempting, but I don't think it's enough. King safety is something. e6, e5. They have an extra pawn there. Now we're also maybe threatening to actually... Well, I guess he goes there and there. Can't even take here without dropping the a pawn. Well, whatchamacallit that move? Whatchamacall that move? So here with somebody. And if I do defend this one, then they probably sidestep this. I'm tempted to isolate the c-pawn though. So that is defended if I take. Is it smart to go to a rook endgame or not? Down a pawn. Anyways, I have to move my queen. 100%. 100,000%. Maybe I'll start with the tempi here. Not sure this is the ideal square for the queen, but it does something. Sad part is that I can't really double on c5 without getting checkmated. It sucks a bit. Unless he moves the rook here. Guess could also sidestep my attacks. Run his passer and even hit this guy. But then this hangs. And that hangs. Yeah, Kaka. Two passed pawns. Disconnected. It's too much. It's too much, right? Try to get here, but I don't think I managed there. He could go back here after taking. Use up. That and defending this seems like such a crappy task. Maybe here. I don't know, e6 or counterattack this again. Fine. I don't know, I felt like two passed pawns is too much. One is already enough problems. By enough, I mean probably too many problems for me to solve ever. And my back rank is also a problem. This is the moment you're supposed to have a luft at some point. But alright, they did ignore this threat. So if I take here c3, well, pawn is a pawn, right? And I don't think it's a checkmate either. No funny business yet. This is gonna be a problem, of course. Big problem. Should I mean, looks remove luft. I can't really go here or, I mean, or here because of just chop. Life is bad. I'm probably lost if I let the pawn go here. Seems really bad times. Also, where am I supposed to do the luft? Does it like matter? Just move. At least he can't take there instantly because I take here. Assuming here. Which is of course kind of sad. Kind of sad. Now they're definitely threatening to take that. What you call it? I'm gonna defend here. I'm gonna go here. It is. Assume this is gonna happen. I go here. Maybe they take and let me go there. Go here. I don't know what's going on. Just gonna move fast and hope for the best. This looks like a winning pawn. But what can you do? Oh, does this instantly win? Maybe I have queen here, covering this square. He's threatening like takes queen here. I have no square here, so this might be the only hope. Takes here, I cannot take here because of takes promote. Or takes promote, down a rook, no good. So if takes, I have to take back. At least there is no rook, queen d1 then. And I'm hoping like we end up, well, I don't know where I hope we end up, but you disgusting person. You... This resigns, takes, or takes, promote. Fine. Let's look at the game. So, something in the opening went wrong. Maybe bishop g5. Well, first of all, it was a bit inaccurate instantly. Probably this is better. Whether we can take here or play something else. I mean, this seems fine though. Okay, I did something stupid later on. This seemed on point still. C takes d first. This is a little more played, but we probably transpose to somewhere. No. C4, queen there, check. Okay, so this was just bad idea. Completely bad idea. This check is just too much. I'm dead busted here. Somehow we are decently tiered though. This was somehow a mistake though. I'm gonna check here. Even c4 is fine. No, c4 is not fine. It's been played twice. On both sides. Both times black won. Queen a4. Doesn't look really good though. Maybe we went wrong somewhere earlier. Just go for this. Yeah, this looks fine. I probably should like get castle before I think about anything stupid in the center. Yeah, fine. Too early. We dead. Opponent played few inaccuracies. And then I'm busted after b1. Supposed to play queen a4. Just defend here. This is still kept. I don't know, I was too hung up on that one, but maybe that was the irrelevant pawn. And taking this was just lost instantly. Yeah, I'm done. Well, that was ugly. Thanks for watching. Until next time.